Okay, so Dr. Ratio has come out as of yesterday, today being Thursday, and I've been adoring so much the power that he holds. I've been trying him out in two different comps that have been incredibly fun and so much enjoyable. And one of them being very free to play friendly. Like, legitimately speaking, every single character here we have obtained for free at one point or another. I say that because one of the characters doesn't meet the criteria of being fully free to play, which hurts me. The other one is a bit more like pay to win, because it does have Woho as the healer, because I've been spoiled by using these aggressive healers, and my ability to use Natasha and Lynx has sadly fallen. Nevertheless, I've been having so much fun playing with all these characters. So let's move on to the builds. So the team comp that is free to play is basically comprising itself on Dr. Ratio, obviously, because that's what the video is about. As for healers, we have the options of Lynx and Natasha. Natasha, you get them at the very beginning of the game, and Lynx, we're able to get them now because of Pure Fiction, which is genuinely such an amazing and wonderful change. Because now it means people can have access to two healers for what is considered to be the hardest endgame content, which has been like a big problem in the very beginning. Like back in my day kind of moments, because before we used to only have Natasha and Bailu, and technically speaking Japard, so it was rough. Back in those days, it was very rough. Now, it's really good that they've added this like system to get two healers in order for people to actually be able to clear even harder content. Additionally, for the debuffs, because Dr. Ratio requires debuffs, he demands debuffs. We have the options of either Pela or Luca. Now you might be wondering, what do you mean Pela or Luca? We've never received a Pela or Luca, and we may not have received them permanently, but we did get them during the Ethereum Wars event. Now I know many people, I remember hearing many people did not like that event, so they procrastinated a lot and they didn't finish it. So I feel bad if you didn't get one of those, but genuinely I have been adoring Pela, and I'm hoping that most of you all have Pela, especially the ones that started from the very beginning of the game, because I remember Pela used to run a lot of banners back in the day. And Luca is just like really wonderful. I've been surprisingly happy by how well Luca has worked out. His debuff on his ultimate is great. Bleed is obviously like really good. And personally, I like to alternate the fact that if I'm running Natasha, I'll run Luca if the enemy is like very physically weak, like against Japard. That's always just like a really good option in my opinion. And last but not least, the character that we would have missing is the Harmony character, which, I mean, I know you can run Asta, but I felt a bit more inspired, and I would like to suggest Yukong. The reason why specifically is because you don't have to speed tune yourself as much when you're running with Dr. Ratio, because any attacks in between the turns will be counting for the buff of Roaring Bowstrings. So what I like to do is I like to activate Yukong's skill followed by her ultimate, and then use Dr. Ratio's ultimate, because that's gonna get buffed. And then any other characters, whether they be Dr. Ratio or not, are gonna give the buff to Dr. Ratio, because Dr. Ratio is just gonna interrupt them, and then they're gonna attack and they're gonna do like massive damage. At some point, I believe with like the comp, that was when I was using the actual pay to win life points. So I'm gonna shut up before I go there further, because I was gonna say, in that comp I did like 111,000 damage to a singular enemy from one follow-up attack, which was disgusting. But that was with the pay to win Lycone. Without the pay to win Lycone, using the Cruising Stars one, I believe I've reached 60k, which is a little less than half, but a little bit more than half. But it's still surprising. Genuinely speaking, Dr. Ratio's Lycone is just busted on him. So, just very happy on that result, honestly. And beyond it all, what I feel like I adore about this team comp is how like strong it is, but it is incredibly frail. The reason being is because I feel like I'm struggling often against certain enemies purely because I've been spoiled by using the 5-star healers, by using War Chat, by using War, or when I've like done Memory of Chaos in my girlfriend's account, I've used Fu Xuan and actually built Lynx, and I'm just like, oh, this is rough because my Lynx is able to heal well, but like not too well, sadly, and that is my biggest problem and my biggest issue. I've seen success. I'm almost been able to be a Memory of Chaos. Also, mind you, my Yukong was level 64. Now she's level 69. Haha, very nice. But that just means that she's gonna get one tap every once in a while when I'm like not being careful. So I do have to build better her stats. Not to mention she's running both attack sphere and attack body pieces as opposed to HP or defense or something, you know, that can actually help my survivability. That would probably be really good. Same for my Pela. I should probably give my Pela some defensive relics, because otherwise I'm just gonna keep on suffering. But beyond it all, I'm just ignoring it. So like, if you want a free-to-play comp, I would highly suggest you give this one a try. Pela's gonna be able to give a lot of different debuffs. Not to mention if you're running the Pearls of Sweat light cone, the one that has Luca. It's absolutely wonderful. And for Yukong, personally speaking, I've been running the Memories of the Past, the one icon that has Baby Bronya with Cocolia. Being able to just generate particles is absolutely great, but if you're not, you can just run Meshing Cogs, which is also such an amazing light cone that is only like a 3-star, so you can get it super easily. Oh, and also, speaking of free, if you're into this kind of content, definitely be sure to click that subscribe button. It only takes you a second, and I promise you won't regret it. It's really helping me out the channel to just grow. We're on our way to 150, and like it just blows my mind that people have just been like commenting, liking the content, just interacting with the community, like giving discussions, because it's genuinely a lot of fun. I know that sometimes I might just bring up like the weirdest random like shit in the world, but no, it's genuinely like a lot of fun, and I've been adoring just theorizing, team building, being given suggestions and giving suggestions back. It's wonderful, and I've been adoring the math of it all. So yeah, thank you very much, and let's move on to the next build. Right, so for this team comp, I just kind of thought that, hey, Dr. Ratio's whole attack is busted, so why don't we just keep using it always? So the team essentially comprises itself on Huohuo, Tingyun, Pela / Silverwolf, according to whether there's like only one enemy or a huge mass of enemies. Mainly speaking, for that annoying little individual from Sanctus Medicus that just keeps spawning the Maristruck, I bring Pela against him because it just feels so much better to fight them against that. And on top of that, you know, Dr. Ratio himself, which, funnily enough, and I kind of want to flex these assets that I've been making, he has currently the highest attack in the game at 776 in his base total stats. As a Hunt character, obviously he's going to be like focused mostly on doing damage, but I'm genuinely surprised by the fact that he genuinely has like some like average health and like some like decent like defenses. His speed is a little bit lackluster though. At 103, I feel like I would have wished for him to be faster, but I guess it makes sense when he's just wanting to be on the sidelines throwing chalk at enemies over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So I can't blame him for having that level of speed. But yeah, I mainly say this because he has the same amount of speed, quote unquote, as Huohuo, and Huohuo has 98 base speed. She obviously has like a massive health pool with 1,358, but the speed is just surprising to me because they shouldn't have the same speed. I say they have the same speed because through the traces, you're able to get +2 and +3 on Huohuo speed, which makes her be at 103. I know it's not the same as like base stat, but there's nothing that increases our speed by percent. And never mind, there is. I forgot about Asta for a second, but I don't run Asta in that same team comp, so I didn't really think about that in the moment. Anyways, regardless of it all, it's just incredible how like this comp is able to work out, because when you feel like you're not doing enough damage, then like you get the ultimate, then you like play Tingyun's ultimate, or then you like use Wohua's ultimate that lets you enable Tingyun's ultimate, that essentially then lets you have Doctor Ratio pop off. So it has this like very big benefits. I would love to recommend very much whale team, but I sadly can't, and that team kind of comprises itself on Doctor Ratio, Bronya, Silver Wolf, and once again Wahua, or even Luocha. It depends on like what you want to run, of course. I feel like also Luocha might just be better now that I think about it out loud, mainly because it's the fact that he doesn't need skill points for the most part to function. Luocha, you can clear content without even using a single skill point, so you know it's like much better than Wahua. And also Bronya and Doctor Ratio are just gonna consume every single skill point you have, so it's gonna be rough unless you have an E1 Bronya and her light cone, then like you're kind of chilling a little bit, but it's still rough. It's still very, very rough, I feel. So yeah, I will document on that further once I actually have my Bronya fully built. I was planning on building her, and then I got Ruin Mei, and when I got Ruin Mei and I was leveling her up, I realized I didn't pre-farm for both her and Bronya, so I was using everything I had gathered for Bronya on Ruin Mei. Do I regret it? No, Ruin Mei is absolutely broken, but I also feel bad because I was very excited on trying and using Bronya. Finally, after waiting so long, I got her from the 300 out of 300 bonus. And yeah, no, I don't have to wait like so much more while I farm for Harmony boxes and Nihility nets, because I need to pre-farm for both Black Swan and Sparkle. So wish me luck. Okay, but to wrap up this video, I kind of wanted to leave you all with a little bit of fun facts, which is that, did you know that Tingyun has currently the lowest base HP in the entire game at 846, meaning that it is no wonder how she is so frail and crumbles just like a wet tissue paper. And at least to compensate that, she does have a base total of 112 speed, being the second fastest character in the game, only behind Sela, who's at 115. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Hope you all have a wonderful and amazing rest of your days, nights, morning, whatever time zone you're currently at watching this video. And yeah, bye.